Hey guys, Stan the Man here. Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be continuing our countdown to WrestleMania 40. Now, the WrestleMania that we're going to be reviewing today is WrestleMania 39 in Hollywood, California at SoFi Stadium. Now, I'll get this right out of the way. One of the best stages ever, in my opinion, because it's Hollywood. So they had like the giant cinematic screens, like advertising them at like how they would at a movie theater, each match on each screen. And they had like a giant staircase going up. Wow, it was just a sexy, beautiful stage, honestly. The whole set was just freaking awesome. But yeah, let's jump right into this. So the first match we're going to start with is Edge taking on Demon Finn Balor inside Hell in a Cell. Now, basically, you guys know the Judgment Day is still a thing, one of the most popular groups in WWE. Well, it started off with Edge, it started with Edge, Rhea Ripley, and Damian Priest. Those were the three that started it. So Edge kind of got the Judgment Day, the ball moving on that, kind of the dark, creepy group. And that lasted a little while. Unfortunately, they broke this group up way, way, way too freaking soon, which was really annoying. I heard Edge was really pissed off about it. But you guys know how every faction is. It starts getting really good, and everyone gets annoyed at the leader. So they beat the hell out of Edge on Raw, took him out, yada, yada, yada. So somehow Edge and his wife, Beth Phoenix, wrestler as well, they had a match with Miz and Maurice, and shortly after the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley took on Edge and Beth Phoenix in like a hardcore match or something like that. And we make it to the end of the match. Basically, Edge is handcuffed to the ropes, and they hit an why can't I think of that? Where they bash the heads with the steel chairs. But anyways, they did that, bashed Beth's head in with another steel chair while Edge was watching. And he couldn't do anything about it because he was handcuffed to the ropes. Which was a concerto, for Christ's sakes. Why couldn't I remember that? So, yeah, that happened. So, of course, Edge was going to be pissed off. He's gone for quite a few months. He comes back, and that's why he ends up challenging Finn Balor, and they make it to Hell in a Cell in WrestleMania. Oh my god, such an amazing match. Executions off the ladders, steel chair shots, kendo sticks, and it was insane when Finn Balor got hit in the head with the steel steps. He literally cut his head open so bad, like the doctors had to come in, wipe it off, staple it back up, all that. It was absolutely incredible. There was the part where Edge pinned Balor with a bunch of kendo sticks, like with his throat stuck against the steel cage. But in the end, Edge ended up getting the win. And I just saw something not long ago that it was actually supposed to be the other way around. Edge wanted Finn Balor to defeat him to make the Judgment Day look good. But, Vince McMahon, of course, at the end, he changed his mind. So, but, the Judgment Day ended up working out, period, because here we are in 2025, and the Judgment Day is still a thing. Okay, the next match we're going to get into is probably my favorite wrestling-wise match on the card. Gunther defending his Intercontinental Championship against Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. Now, a couple months prior, Sheamus and Gunther had a match in Wales, I believe, but they're both from Europe, so it was an amazing crowd to begin with, and they just had one of the most killer matches that I've ever seen. So we move on from that. Drew McIntyre comes out on a random SmackDown and challenges Gunther to a match at WrestleMania for the IC title. Well, Sheamus comes out pissed off and is like, Drew, I thought you were my friend. You know what this title means to me. So it ends up Drew and Sheamus have to go against each other. Whoever wins gets to go against Gunther at WrestleMania. Well, Gunther and Imperium, for whatever reason, decide to come down, interfere in the match, and just lay out both of them. So that pisses off the general manager, Adam Pearce, and says, you know what? You're going to go against both of them. And oh my God, was this match so physical. The first 5-8 minutes, they're literally just having a chop fest, chopping each other. Their chests were red, and Sheamus's was bleeding. The crowd was literally giving a standing ovation on all these red chests and chopping. It was incredible. And Sheamus and Drew, they just kept going at each other the whole time. Brogue kick, near fall, kicks out. Drew hits the Claymore on Sheamus. He kicks out. Absolutely incredible. But in the end, Gunther ends up getting in, breaking up the final pin. Power bombs Sheamus on top of Drew McIntyre, and then picks Sheamus up and re-power bombs him and pins him for the win. This match, me just describing it does not do it justice. You guys need to freaking look at this match. It definitely is one of the most physical matches ever, honestly. And all three of those guys, I still think they're the three of the toughest guys in WWE, maybe even of all time, but definitely the current generation. And it's crazy, Gunther held that Intercontinental Championship all the way to the next WrestleMania, which is just truly incredible. And finally, last but not least, we have Roman Reigns defending the Universal WWE Championship against Cody Rhodes. Now, Cody Rhodes won the 2023 Royal Rumble. So, you win the Rumble, you automatically get to face the champion. But what made this so good, too, is this is when the Bloodline was all together, not just Roman and just Roman himself. It was Roman, the Usos, and Solo. But what made this so great, too, is a lot of the realness in this. Dusty Rhodes, Cody Rhodes' father, he helped train Roman Reigns, not 100% train him, but he helped him in NXT when he was developing and stuff like that. Paul Heyman used to work with Cody Rhodes' father. So Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and Paul Heyman really knew how to get under his skin. I remember Roman was like, yeah, your dad taught you a lot, but if you need to be taught any more things, I'll teach you. It's like, dude. And Paul Heyman just talking shit about Dusty as well. It was crazy, very personal to make it there. So we get to the match. It's like a 40-minute match, but it was amazing. The first while, it's back and forth, but Solo managed to hit Cody with the steel chair, jam it in his stomach while the ref wasn't looking. That was one spot. And then a little bit later, Rhodes bounces off the rope. Solo grabs his leg. Ref doesn't see any of this. But Solo finally makes it to the third strike where he smashes Cody over the back with his weight belt. And the ref caught him this time. So he kicked his ass out. And then after that, that is when the match started getting really good. Cody caught Reigns with a pedigree. Crossroads, kicked out of both. Roman hitting the Superman punches and spears. Very, very close falls. There's one point where Cody goes to kick Roman and he dodges. Kicks the ref right in the chest, of course. The ref dies, basically, is out of the ring for 10 minutes. So there's no referee. So the Usos come down, Roman's cousins, the tag champs, and they just beat the hell out of Cody. Beat the hell out of him. Super kick Cody, double in the face. Put Reigns on top to pin. Owens and Sammy come out. Beat the hell out of them. Take all them guys out. And they just disappear in the crowd. And the ref comes back in the ring like nothing ever happened. He didn't know. So we make it to this part of the match where Cody nearly beats Roman. Roman hits a spear out of nowhere. Almost gets a near fall. This is like the second spear, I believe. And Cody ends up turning around the match, hits a crossroads, hits the second one. He's about to go for the third, so Paul Heyman gets up on the apron, starts yelling at the ref, getting him distracted. Solo, who was already ejected, had a black hoodie on, reached over the ropes, slammed Cody in in the throat with a Samoan spike, and Roman speared him, and that ended the match right there. Overall, I thought this match was really, really good. And yeah, they did a few finishers, but they didn't overdo the finishers. There's some main events where they'll do like five finishers, like Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. They'll do like 5 finishers each and kick out. Reigns did like 2 spears, and Cody did 3 crossroads, which I thought was very good. And, looking at interference-wise, I think it was just cool that they ripped Solo out. Solo got kicked out, and yet he managed to be able to come back, help Roman win, and that's why Solo Sikoa was the enforcer of the bloodline. That was his thing. Solo has saved Roman's ass so many times in that title reign, and it was no different here. But overall, I thought the match was absolutely incredible. But yeah, guys, so that's going to be it for this WrestleMania. Like I said, you really need to check that Gunther, Sheamus, Drew match out. It's absolutely incredible. But yeah, guys, that's it for this. If you like this video, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up. Consider subbing to the channel. And I will see you in the next video where we will be reviewing our final WrestleMania, which is WrestleMania 40.